Tony Tone Show on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. This is exciting. Sunday, March 20th. If you love to laugh, you got to get to the US Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids. One night only. It's Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. Tickets are on sale now. The show is almost sold out, so I wouldn't delay on getting your tickets. And joining me on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline, Larry the Cable Guy, is that you?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Fantastic.
Thanks for doing this morning. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So you are coming to the great state of Iowa March 20th at the US Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids with Jeff Foxworthy.
That would be me, and that would be him. Yes, sir.
How much fun are you guys having, Larry?
We're having a real good time. Jeff and I have been friends for 26 years. And we did Blue Collar, we're all buddies, but Jeff and I were the two that really knew each other. He's the one that got me on that thing.
Wow.
And so, yeah, man, it's fun. We riff off each other real good. I live off each other real good. It's just a fun tour to do. We get along perfectly, and so people are in for a treat. All new material, and it's not a boring show because it's two completely different styles of comedy too. So you don't get two of the same style.
That's what I was going to say. So while you guys have been friends for a long time, your work is kind of almost not totally opposite of each other, but it doesn't mirror each other, right?
No, it doesn't mirror each other. We have a lot of the same topics, but different ways of getting to it. We both kind of grew up the same way,
Oh, yeah.
You're a redneck from Georgia, and I'm a redneck from Pawnee City, Nebraska.
I love it. So I follow you on Twitter, Larry, and I just want to get your take. Obviously social media has been around for a while now. Are you a fan of it? Does it aggravate you at sometimes?
The only thing that aggravates me about Twitter is you just get a bunch of idiots on there that faceless idiots saying anything they want, and then when they get caught saying something, they either delete their account or they move on to somebody else. Me, I'm perfectly honest on Twitter, and I send out jokes and stuff like that, but if I say something, boom, at least I got the cojones to say, hey, you know who I am at least. You know where I live, you know what I do. Most people on there are kind of hit and run. I like Twitter. Twitter's a good way for me to communicate with my fans and answer questions and all that kind of stuff. And I try not to get too involved in the political end of it because my Twitter's supposed to be a fun place to be, but every now and then there's something that happens. Your thumb just goes, you idiot, you have to say something just out of...
Yeah.
Which is probably stupid. It doesn't change anybody's opinion on nothing, but sometimes I have to go off on something.
Larry, I'm looking at your Twitter right now, and you had a pretty funny exchange with someone that I just interviewed a few months ago, Rob Schneider. That was entertaining.
Yeah, Rob, he's a good guy. I met him a long time ago, and he remembered that, but he came on and said something about my harps. The whole thing that started that, and this is what I'm talking about, somebody went on Twitter and said he was from Bowling Green State University, and he said, what'd he say? He said something about these people should just stop acting immediately. And it was a list of 7 people.
Yeah.
It was me, Tyler Perry, Rob Schneider. Of course, nobody ever responds to people like that. I do. I like to call them out because I think it's fun to call them out. Because generally, 90% of the time, if you call somebody out on Twitter, they end up apologizing.
Right.
Which is what this guy did. But he said that these people they suck and they need to get out of the acting business. And so it was me and Perry. And so I tweeted him back and I said, Bowling Green State, I like Bowling Green State, something about Bowling Green State, but I have a list of all the idiots that I can't stand that are more successful than at Bowling Green State University. One, and I listed him. That was it. So got tons of laughs. His friends thought it was funny, and then Rob Schneider saw that, so he said something back to me, and so no, I've known him. I met him way back in the 1990s with David Spade, and he was a super nice guy. But you get all kinds of people that follow you that you never know will follow you. That Soledad O'Brien,
Right.
Be on CNBC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She followed me the other day, and she's completely political opposite of me. And I sent her a tweet back, and I said, "Well, this is a treat, Soledad. Thanks for the follow. I sure as hell hope you know what you're doing." And I mean, I'm nice to everybody. She likes horses, so I sent her a picture of my horse. And then I think one of my favorite ones was, oh man, who's the golfer? She's really pretty. She sent out a tweet the other day. She's oh man, I can't remember her name. Anyway, she's a golfer, and she's a model too, but she sent out a picture of herself.
Yeah.
And it was her in just fantastic. You know, she had it was like a bikini and all kinds of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "Me on Tuesday." So I took, Blair O'Neill.
There you go. Yep. Okay.
Blair O'Neill, she goes, "Me on Tuesday." And so I had a picture of me last year that I sent to a bunch of people where I put on the Farrah Fawcett bathing suit from that famous picture.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh my God.
So I sent her back, I said, "Me last Wednesday." So I like doing that. You know, there's a bunch of people on there that are buddies of mine too. So I think people get a kick at us going back and forth at each other.
Oh yeah.
And I get a kick out of it. So, but yeah, so it's fun. I enjoy it, and my Facebook is real active, and I love getting fan feedback and stuff like that. I mean, I'm a nice guy, so I don't mind doing stuff like that. But the only thing I like about Twitter is just every now and then you got those idiots that
right.
I don't know what compels them to do what they do, but there's a lot, let's put it this way, there's a lot of mean, hateful, lonely people out there that got nothing better to do.
Yeah, I know, and it's crazy, but, you know, at the same time, you're right, once you call them out, they definitely apologize. Larry, so you obviously, you've been doing stand-up a long time, and I like what you said on the onset of the interview. You said that it's all new material. So for you, is it important to keep adding material into the shows that you do?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how hard it is, you know, with Jeff and I. You know, Jeff's had, I don't know how many, he's had 15, something like that, and I've had 9 albums out, 3, of course, with Blue Collar, 1 with Them Idiots, so 5 on my own. And, you know, I'm a one-liner comedian, so, I mean, in this act that I'm doing with Jeff, we each do 45 minutes each.
Wow.
Well, 45 minutes for me is 210 punchlines.
Holy cow.
And so every one of them do really good. Every one of them hit. Every one of them slay. I mean, they're really funny. I mean, but I took a year off to write new material and go up to the comedy club and come up with really good stuff. So it takes a while. I couldn't have done it touring constantly because you still want to give everybody a good show. So you have to do a lot of the stuff you were doing the show before. So I just took a year off and I started going up to the local comedy club. I hadn't worked comedy clubs in years, and I just started going up there and working out new jokes and popped out another good hour of material. And so it's fun. This is probably all my stuff. I love all my stuff. This is probably one of the best sets that I've written in a long time, getting ready for this, and really makes me laugh, and the crowd really enjoys it. So I think they're going to have a good time. Jeff keeps getting funnier and funnier. I mean, Jeff's got his whole sets all brand spanking new as well, and I think the fun thing about me and Jeff, at the end of the night, we go up and just turn up the house lights and take questions for about 25 minutes from the audience.
Wow.
And that turns out to be a goat rope, as Jeff says. You never know what question you're going to get. And so it really shows off our ad-lib skills and the quickness, and shows us, especially Jeff, because I'm a one-liner guy, but Jeff has his set stories, but it shows the personality of my friend Jeff at the end, and you'll really see what kind of a person he is at the end when you're just asking questions. And some are serious, some aren't, and the crowd really enjoys it. It's just kind of like a sit-down after it's all over with, so it's a lot of fun.
March 20th, US Cellular Center. If you're just tuning in, that's Larry the Cable Guy on the phone. And
I get it.
Larry,
I always turn my accent on when I get on stage a little more.
Larry, you have your own food, man. Like, that's when you know you've made it, when you can look at yourself on a bag of chips or pretzels or whatever. Like, I think that's so cool.
Yeah. You know what? Those are all, we got those for my foundation, the Get Her Done Foundation. If people want to know more about that, just go on LarryTheCableGuy.com and click on my foundation site. But, you know, when I did the movie Cars, I had a little tete-a-tete with Paul Newman. That's the first time, by the way, I've ever used the term tete-a-tete. But Paul Newman, of course, was in Cars, and I told him I wanted to be the redneck Paul Newman with my charity stuff. So he kind of gave us some tips on the food business and how to get your stuff out with foods, and it really helped a lot. And so we got chips and licorice and regular foods like biscuits and gravy, and so I mean, it's been really good for the foundation, and every bit of it goes to my foundation that gets distributed to children and veterans charity organizations. So.
Well, I love that you do that, and I've...
The biscuits and gravy potato chips are fantastic. I mean, those are the best chips I got. You know they're good because I put out biscuits and gravy potato chips. 6 months later, Lay's put out biscuits and gravy potato chips. They're ripping me off! Sons of bitches!
I was going to say, they stole your idea. Oh, man. Larry, before I let you go, I'm going to ask if you could do something for me, because I have... an almost 4-year-old son named Henry who absolutely loves Cars, and he loves whenever Mater is on screen. I was wondering if it was possible for Mater to wish Henry a happy birthday.
Sure. Hey, Henry, this is Mater, like Tom Mater without the tongue. Boy, somebody done told me it was your birthday. So from me and McQueen and Flo and everybody at Radiator Springs, we wish you a happy birthday, and whatever you do, do not eat the pistachio ice cream. It has turned. All right, buddy. See you one day, Radiator Springs, and we'll do us some backward driving. All right, then. See you later. This is Mater. We're best friends.
You're the best, buddy. I really appreciate it. And is it true that there's another Cars movie coming out soon?
Yeah, there sure is. Working on it right now.
Oh, my gosh. Larry, I really appreciate the time. I'm excited to see you March 20th with Jeff Foxworthy, US Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids. Definitely check out the website, LarryTheCableGuy.com, the Get Her Done Foundation, Twitter, Facebook, all over social media. Thanks for the time, buddy. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, you got it, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
All right, Larry. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.